Hello and welcome back to Black Dice Gaming. I'm James and today we're going to be doing a painted tutorial. I recently unboxed some ghosts from Archon Studios from the Dungeons and Lasers box set, and I've never painted ghosts before, so I decided to have a go. And this is the Headless Horseman from the kit. This is what we'll be painting up today. I went with a very simple, very easy paint scheme if you want to follow along, but I also managed to do the tortured soul just there, and the Bargeist, I think it's called, just there. And I also did Pete the Ghost, which was this one just here. It was all done with the slap chop undercoat method, and I did a few things, but anyway, you can take a look for yourself in the video. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully I shall catch you in the next one. So let's get straight on. So like you say, we've got the slap chop undercoat. That's the black base with the dry brush of grey, and then followed by a white. The colours I use are Abaddon black, basalt grey, and then ice white, I think it is, from Vallejo. I've just swapped over recently. The first coat we're going to be doing is the Briar Queen Chill, and this is this very pale sort of blue colour that we're putting on now. And literally we're just going over the whole thing, the horse, the rider, everything, making sure that we get a fairly reasonable coat. It's not a very good coverage paint, but it just gives us a little bit of a base to work from. So we're just going over everything, all the animal, the horse, the rider, the tail, absolutely everything. I'm trying to keep it off the base if we can. So once we've got that on and waiting for it to dry, we shall move on to the base. And for that I'm just using Basilicum Grey, just making sure that it runs in all the cracks and covers the stones. Use this on all the bases of the models. Same technique on all of them, so it can just be transferred across to each one of them. Just be careful around the hooves. You obviously don't want to get this on the blue that you've already finished. I mean, you could leave the blue there. I mean, that's pretty nice ghostly sort of colour, but we're going to take it a few steps further. So with the base drying, we're going to move on to the second coat. Now we're going to be using Dreadful Visage, which is a very, very pale, purpley sort of colour. Now it's a contrast paint, but we're sort of using it as a wash here. And basically the idea here is we're just going to cover most of that blue back over, but we're going to let this run into the recesses and the sort of definition of the model. Let it get in all the nooks and crannies. I haven't thinned it down, although it wouldn't be a bad thing if you decided to do that. So this is going to give the model a sort of purple and blue colour towards the end, and like I say, we're just going to cover everything again with the purple. Some of that blue is still going to show through, which is exactly what we want. We want that sort of mix of the two colours. And there we can see that it's nicely blended. So dry brushing now, we're going to be using Dawnstone on the base, and we're just going to give it a sort of light dry brushing, picking up the edges of those stones. We're going to do 2 passes on the dry brush with this, and this is the first one. And we're just making sure that we sort of hit everything. I do sort of side to side motions, but do circular motions as well. Basically because everything's square, the side to sides and up and down motions tend to work anyway. Second dry brush, we used Admin Grey, and that's just that's Administratum Grey, I abbreviate it to Admin. And we're just using this more circular motions this time, and then still up and down motions again, just to give it that sort of extra definition. Now we're moving on to the actual horse, and we're doing a dry brush here. It's a reasonably light dry brush, and the colour I used is Arimian Blue. I think that's how it's pronounced, and that's as good as you're getting. And all we're doing here is sort of picking up on the raised parts, mainly. Anything that's sort of going to be much lighter. And we're just going to give it a little dry brush, just to bring a little bit more of that blue back out. And the three sort of shades of colour really give it that sort of ghostly effect. So like I said, that's pretty much it now. Once we've done this dry brush, that's the whole effect done. I thought it was quite a simple technique, just 2 colours in the dry brush of the third colour. If you have any ideas how it could be pushed a little bit further, then please drop a comment. Or if you like the result and you want to copy it yourself, then let me know. I'd be pleased to know who's doing what with my colour schemes. So moving on now to the sort of finishing touch, and all I do here is I use a red in the eye. I think it was Wild Rider red, but you could pretty much use whatever red that you wanted to. Wild Rider is quite bright, so I think that's what I went for, to offset against these sort of cooler shades of the actual horse itself. But hopefully I shall catch you in the next one.